On one unforgettable night in WWE history, the WWE Universe witnessed absolute chaos as Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose found themselves arrested during an explosive episode of Monday Night Raw. Fans expected drama whenever the Shield appeared together, but nobody imagined the situation would spiral so far out of control that police officers would become involved. What happened that night became one of the most shocking and talked about moments in Raw history, leaving fans stunned and creating memories that WWE viewers would never forget. The atmosphere inside the arena felt different from the start. Excitement filled the crowd as rumors spread that Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose were prepared to make a major statement. The Shield had always represented power, loyalty, and destruction. Whenever they reunited, trouble followed. Fans knew something big was coming, but nobody expected the night to turn into complete madness. Roman Reigns walked with confidence and intensity, carrying the leadership role he had always embraced within the Shield. Seth Rollins brought unmatched energy and determination, refusing to let anyone stand in his way. Dean Ambrose looked unpredictable and dangerous, carrying the same wild personality that made him one of WWE's most chaotic superstars. Together, they looked unstoppable. As the night progressed, tensions quickly started building. WWE officials and security teams seemed increasingly nervous as Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose made it clear they had no plans to back down from anyone. The trio looked focused and united, standing side by side like the unstoppable force fans remembered from their most dominant years. The crowd inside the arena erupted every time the Shield appeared. Chants echoed throughout the building as fans embraced the chaos. It felt like old times again, with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose taking over Raw and reminding everyone why they had once dominated WWE together. However, things quickly escalated. Security personnel rushed in as tensions exploded around the Shield. WWE officials desperately tried to calm the situation and restore order, but Roman Reigns and his teammates refused to listen. The atmosphere became louder, more intense, and increasingly unpredictable with every passing moment. Roman Reigns stood strong, showing no signs of fear. Seth Rollins argued passionately with officials, clearly frustrated and unwilling to accept interference. Dean Ambrose appeared completely comfortable in the chaos, almost feeding off the confusion around him. The situation became impossible to control. Fans watched in disbelief as security surrounded Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. The excitement inside the arena reached another level, with many realizing they were witnessing something unforgettable. Nobody knew how far things would go, but everyone understood Raw had become completely unpredictable. Then came the shocking moment nobody expected. Police officers suddenly arrived. The atmosphere instantly changed. The crowd reacted with disbelief as law enforcement entered the scene. WWE officials looked desperate, security seemed overwhelmed, and fans could hardly believe what they were seeing unfold live. Roman Reigns stood tall and stared directly at the officers without showing fear. Seth Rollins looked furious, pacing with frustration while refusing to stay silent. Dean Ambrose somehow remained calm, almost entertained by how crazy the entire situation had become. Despite several attempts to calm tensions, emotions had already reached a breaking point. Roman Reigns refused to step back. Seth Rollins continued fighting with words. Dean Ambrose maintained his unpredictable attitude, creating even more uncertainty about what would happen next. Then came the unbelievable moment that shocked the entire WWE universe. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose were arrested. Handcuffs appeared as police officers moved toward the Shield. Fans inside the arena erupted with loud reactions while cameras captured every second of the unbelievable moment. One of WWE's most legendary groups was suddenly being escorted away during Monday Night Raw. Nobody expected it. Roman Reigns remained calm but looked determined, refusing to appear defeated. Seth Rollins kept arguing, clearly angry and frustrated by the entire situation. Dean Ambrose somehow looked relaxed, almost smiling through the madness as if chaos had become normal for him. Yet something immediately stood out about the moment. The Shield didn't look broken. Even while standing in handcuffs, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose looked powerful. They carried themselves with confidence and pride, sending a message to everyone watching that this story was far from over. Fans online exploded with reactions almost instantly. Social media became flooded with comments as WWE viewers debated whether this had become one of Raw's greatest moments ever. Some called it shocking. Others described it as legendary. Many agreed that watching Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose arrested together somehow made the Shield feel even stronger. The chemistry between the three superstars reminded fans exactly why the Shield remained so special. Roman Reigns provided leadership and strength. Seth Rollins brought relentless determination. Dean Ambrose added complete unpredictability. Together, they formed something impossible to ignore. As police escorted them away, fans continued cheering loudly. Instead of feeling disappointed, the audience looked more invested than ever. The arrest didn't feel like defeat. It felt like another chapter in the Shield's legacy. Roman Reigns stared ahead like he already knew bigger battles were coming. Seth Rollins looked ready to fight no matter what obstacles appeared. Dean Ambrose looked like someone already planning even more chaos in the future. The message became impossible to ignore. You could surround the Shield. You could bring security. You could even arrest them. But stopping Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose was another story entirely. That unforgettable night on Raw proved one thing above all else. Whenever the Shield stands together, of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose standing together in handcuffs, refusing to show weakness for even a second. Because the Shield was never just a team. It was a brotherhood. And brotherhood never breaks, even when chaos takes over Raw.